This is Neat and Mixed from Hops and Spirits.
Welcome back to another edition of Neat and Mixed, and I've switched something up. Can you tell?
I mean, everybody loves backwards hat guy.
Backwards hat guy. I'm Jonathan Green.
Your boy Brandon.
And we're back again. This time we have Old Louisville Whiskey, Bourbon Batch 1. And they were very specific. This is Bourbon Batch 1 because they're going to have everything from like American whiskey to rye, you name it, they're going to have it.
Nice.
And the brand is inspired by the Old Louisville neighborhood in Louisville, if you couldn't figure that out. Just in case.
You got Olu, you got, what do they call it? Olu and Nulu?
Old Louisville and New Louisville, yeah. So you got a little bit of everything over there in Louisville. They've got a warehouse over there as well where they're working on a tasting room, all sorts of fun things. This batch is a blend from 19 bourbon barrels, with the youngest being 7 years old. I think it's a 7 to 10 year blend if I'm not mistaken. Bottled at barrel proof, uncut, and unfiltered. MSRP of $150, technically $149.99, I think is what they say, coming in at 114 proof. Shall we give it a try?
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers. Have you tried it yet or just smelled?
No, just smell.
What do you think?
Not the most inviting on the nose.
It's a little different.
It smells like it reminds me of a peated Scotch smell.
Just wait till you taste it. I don't think, in all the reviews we've done, I don't think I've ever tasted anything like that yet. Now, we haven't done a whole lot of reviews, so just fair warning, we've only done like 9 of these things. So.
We've done a lot of reviews behind the scenes.
Yeah, we've done a lot of reviews behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But that's, that's not what I was smelling though, I don't think.
No, it definitely tastes different than the smell.
Which is not a bad thing.
But no, it's not a bad thing.
Because we were a little nervous on the smell, I think.
Right.
But that's different. And just for those that are watching maybe for the first time, I always add a little ice on mine, then I mix it. He's always the neat guy.
Yep.
But
hint. Neat mixed.
Exactly. So what are you getting on the nose and on the taste?
Like again, on the nose, it smells like that peated Scotch whiskey to me on the nose. I'm trying to pinpoint the taste on it because it is. I think it does drink like it does. It is as advertised. It drinks like a 114 proof.
Yeah, it's
a bourbon.
Like if you've watched some of our other ones where we've had higher proofs, I feel like this one's a little more on the hotter side. It's not as like smooth as like the 120s, 117s that we've had with some others.
Yeah, but that definitely, it's very interesting. Honestly, it is definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That's a fair. We were nervous. There was some nerves.
Now, just for transparency for all you folks at home, like we did smell it before the show, but we didn't taste it, and we were.
There were some nerves.
We had concerns
because it did not smell like something we were gonna like. Which I always like to preface that. Like we have, like everyone, you have your notes that you just love, that you're looking for, that hit you in the right spot. And what we were smelling was not where we like to be.
No.
But the taste is not like that.
No, it's not at all.
But it's still.
I actually, the more sips I have, the more it's coming out.
Is this like what we were talking about pre-shows, where you were like that first bottle? So you want to explain your theory?
You always have those. I call them comebackers.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you have those bottles of bourbon where you crack it open, you have your first pour, and you're just like, oh, this is not good. And then you revisit it like a few months down the road, and you're like, oh yeah, because by then you've already forgot what it tastes like. And you revisit it,
or you're hopeful.
Or you're hopeful, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna give this another try. And then you try it again, and it's like, this ain't half bad. So I feel like that's gonna be this. Like it's going to be one of those where, for most folks, you may try it first time, and maybe it's one of those comeback bottles.
It could be. I think I get like a lot of brown sugar, and like it's almost. In all honesty, you know what? This is kind of perfect for the holidays, you could have some good cookies with this, I think.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
You could have some cookies.
You could have definitely some good gingerbread cookies.
It's.
No, absolutely. I'm not even going to try to pinpoint, try to get sophisticated with the tasting notes because there's a lot for me going on in this. But again, I don't think it's
not bad
at all.
No, like I said, the first taste I was really shocked by.
It's got good legs.
It's got a good color. I mean, it's a little. I don't know. Do you think that's lighter on the 7-year, 10-year?
I think for 7 and 10 year. For 7 and 10 year, that's a little light to me. Now, for all you folks back home, that's a little light on the water side. But that's not necessarily. It's not a bad. It's not a deal breaker.
No,
by no means. But it is lighter for that 7 to 10 year blend. That is a lighter color, I would say.
But
it's
unique. In not a bad way. I'm with you. It might be a comebacker because the more I've had it, that first sip was weird. I'm curious to see what I look like on the video because my face gives away a lot.
Yeah, and there's a
I think back to that one that we both were like, that's when you were like, that's a hard no dog. I don't think we're at that, but that first taste was weird. But I'm also a fruit forward guy, and there's like no fruit notes in this. So if you're a fruit forward person, I don't know if you would love this because there's not a lot of fruit in this. It's more baking spices, sugar. I mean, you get your vanilla and stuff that you would get with a bourbon, but it's like I said, I think it goes well with like cookies. Like holiday time, you could have some good cookies with it. Maybe dunk them in like I've seen some guys do here lately.
Yeah. Honestly, and being a cigar guy. This would go really well with one of those sweet wrapped cigars. So if you like cigars, get you a sweet wrapped cigar, drink this, pair that with it. I think it'd be really good. And that'd be a really good pairing.
Now, as we always say, we go with the whole picture here on our reviews. That includes price point and everything. This one coming in at $150. I'm guessing this isn't something you're putting on your shelf right now.
No, not $150. But for one of the two things for me, if I'm spending $150 on a bottle of bourbon, retail, because a lot of people they're taking a chance, right? So you're taking.
Yeah, they're not getting to do what we do.
No, and this is a $150 chance. So that hard-earned money, that's a big chance. Now, but for me, what throws me off if a general consumer is that color.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very light. I know it's well lighted in this room, but at that light, at 7 to 10 years, that's very, very light to me.
Yeah.
Now, if it had a darker amber color, then I'm going to be more attracted to that.
Yeah.
All right, that is 7, 10, year bourbon that is aged in there.
So maybe they're more on the 7 than they are the 10.
I would think so, but but I don't know.
Or maybe wherever they were aging it just didn't get as much of the wood color.
It could be, but there's, as you can see in the background and over there too, there's a lot of bourbons that's done less that are darker. So I don't know.
But I'm curious to see what they're going to put out because obviously this is batch one. It's not a bad batch one. And what you run in with a lot of these folks is 19 barrels. That's a lot of money they're putting into it.
Correct.
So you get those higher prices. If you're looking more on the non-fruit side, more on the spice side, this might be for you. If you're looking for fruited notes, probably not for you.
Correct.
I don't think this fits my profile. I don't think it fits yours. And the price point's a little off. But I'm curious to see what they've got because it's not a bad blend because the smell and everything else took me in a totally different direction. Correct.
And this was not a and then again, this is that craft bourbon. This isn't not your normal player stuff.
No.
Like this isn't your Four Roses, your Jim Beams and stuff like that. Elijah Craig's. This is not that. This is a craft bourbon. This is a distinct different category. But again, not I am curious to see what they come out next.
Yeah.
Because I think they've got something good here. They got good bones here. I just, for the price point and for the taste.
It's not ours. It's not our taste profile. And like we always say, if you're willing to go for it, go for it.
Yep.
And this might fit your taste buds better than ours.
Correct.
And as always, like us, follow us,
Yes.
subscribe on YouTube to see the full video if you're watching on TikTok. And
Yep. Cheers.
cheers.
Find more from Hops and Spirits at hopspirits.com.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.